What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today we're going to be covering all the Tarmac Designs items that I got at Airliners International 2025. I really hope all of you are excited for today's video, as we have 3 really cool towers, a Firehouse, and 6 actual approach lights ILS Localizer pieces. So I hope all of you are excited. We're not going to waste any further time and go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, before I begin, if you want any discount on any of this, be sure to use the code CM Aviation at Tarmac Designs with the link in the description. I'll get you 5% off. Happy to provide this great discount for all of you, and Tarmac Designs just makes some absolutely outstanding products. So what we're gonna do is we'll actually start with the Tulsa Towers, and then we'll work on these items, and then we'll go to this beautiful 1-200 Atlanta Tower. So we have some really cool pieces here. So I'll go ahead and pull these off to the side, and let's go ahead and take a look here at the very new Tulsa Towers that Tarmac Designs made. So this was actually a request that we put in, and very happy to see these fulfilled. So as you can see here on the left, you have the current active tower at Tulsa International Airport, coming in at like 160 feet, built in the 1960s, as you can try and tell by the structure. And then on the right, you have the new tower, which is currently under construction. It's already up to about somewhere in this range. I think it's already up to here. It's going to be 260 feet, and as you can tell, they're absolutely stunning. These are 1-400 scale towers, and the amazing intricate details that Tarmac Designs is able to put into these towers, and definitely the premier source for model airport towers, as you can tell, definitely paying off. So let's go ahead and look at these a little bit more in depth. I'm going to pull off the new tower here, and we're going to take a look at the old tower to begin. Once again, this is a really cool piece, and definitely really happy to have it in the collection today. As you know, Tulsa is a very special airport to me, my favorite. So of course, how can I not have the towers? So yeah, looking really sharp. I'll go ahead and take the base off, but I really do like these base pieces that the towers come with. They look really nice. And this came in, I believe, just at $25. So a very affordable piece here for this absolutely beautiful structure. So here it is, the old Tulsa International Airport tower. Now this one is pretty unique in the way of its design. As you can tell, it's got this hollow second, third piece over here, 3/4, whatever you want to call it. It is very unique in that way because the elevator shaft and the stairs are here on the left. So they made this with these really strong structure pieces over here to hold it up. So it's very unique in that way. And then obviously you have the various break rooms and so forth, and then you have the actual top of the tower. So you can see here on the left, once again, the elevator and stair column. I'll turn to the left so you can kind of see what that looks like from that side. So yeah, it looks really nice. It actually faces like this when you look at it from the west, and then from the east, it looks like this. So pretty cool. And once again, you have the lounge and various facilities there as well. And then here at the top, you have the actual cab, which looks pretty cool. You have a perimeter here where you can walk around, which is nice. And then you have the actual rooftop, which is really impressive. And overall, it's a really good piece. So we'll make a video individually on these towers to go into more detail, but it's certainly looking quite cool in those regards. Now I'm going to bring over the newest tower, which I'm going to have to adjust the camera due to its size. So once again, this is a huge upgrade from the previous tower. This is currently under construction. It was $110 million to make this a reality, which is really cool. It's going to be very similar to the likes of Los Angeles and various other airports of that size in regards to its height. It's one of the nicest control towers at a small hub airport, period. In fact, it might be the nicest control tower once it's complete, but it is certainly very nice. So pretty, modernistic. I wouldn't say simple, but a sleek design. You obviously have the main concrete pillars here. This makes up about 2/3 of the height. I think this is about 175, 200 feet of it. So yeah, they're currently, like I said, getting up to about this area here in real life as we speak now. But obviously on the ground currently, to obviously work with the time frame and so forth, they are working on the cab on the ground. So if you go to their social media, let that 320 go by here, Charlotte. You'll see that the cab's getting constructed on the ground, and then you have this absolutely monumental piece right here for the various technologies and radars and so forth that they need inside the building. So yeah, it's very futuristic, very future proof. It's going to be tough not to make this a reality. You can see some pillar pieces here. I think those might be windows, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, it looks really cool. And then you have the actual cab itself. I'm very excited to see what it is. Alrighty, everybody, so as you can tell, this tower is really nice, and certainly very glad to have it here today. And I'm really excited to use it. It'll be great at Great Plains and many other setups as well. So yes, you can already bet that I'm going to cross use that because I paid good money for it. That one was $30, so definitely want to maximize its usage. The next pieces that we're going to take a look at here, and these are really cool, and you all know that I've bought the VOR and the glide slope and the various other pieces here, so this is really starting to work on completing those sets. These are the ILS Localizers, which I'm really excited to have these. So they're very simple, but they're really going to add some awesome details. So I did get 6 of them because I currently have 5 approach-ins on my current display, and this gives me one more to work with in the case that an opportunity arises. So let me go ahead and get that. Looks like we may have had one prong piece fall off on one of those, but that's okay. I bet I can work on fixing it. There it is right there. It's at the end of that. So that will just be a little bit of glue to fix that up. But nevertheless, as you can see, that aircraft currently doing its magic. It's that American A321, no surprise there. I'm gonna bring my brightness down so hopefully this phone doesn't overheat. Again, but as you can see here, we have the beautiful localizer pieces, and actually I have a perfect way to use these right now. So here's my Charlotte 1.8 left board, and I'll show you what that's gonna look like. So as you can see, if I put it right here, I love the various manufacturers, brands, so forth, coming together to make this a reality. It's so cool to use it all together to kind of show how this works. But as you can see, it perfectly fits right here on the approach in. So as you can see, all that etch to detail that just got added by one simple piece, and I thought the value was really good. So as you can see, kind of looking around there, it looks really cool, and it's just a really nice etch to touch of realism. So I think that it's really phenomenal that Tarmac Designs is going out of their way to make pieces like this, and certainly really enhances the landscape of a model airport. So here's some various views of what it looks like. It looks really cool, and it definitely adds a whole new aspect of realism to your display. So for a great price, definitely check these out. Once again, you use CM Aviation for 5% off. Very happy with those, and very happy with how that turned out. In conjunction, another piece that I've been wanting to get for a long time, I'm very excited to find a place to use this at my airports, is the Firehouse. So really excited to have this one. This is a really cool design. Now it does come with doors that you can glue on, and I'll pull one out, so I'll show you kind of what that looks like. But yeah, this can be kind of a universal building. I might use this as well, depending on the display. I'm so sorry, I had a bee right there on my neck. I was able to get it off. It about got me, but I think I survived. So apologize about that, everybody. It got a pretty nice little chop there, but I think I got it off in time. Dang. Apologize, that was live action, everybody. I just literally, it landed right there. So hopefully that will be all right, but I might feel a little bit of that later, but I got it off. So, dang, okay. I'll definitely check that out after I finish filming here. That was tough. All right, next up, after that intermission, we have the Firehouse. So really excited to have this Firehouse. It is a really cool looking piece, and definitely very happy with how all that came together. So as you can see here on the left, it looks like a very modern one. Every design's a little bit different. Some of them are flat roofs, others are curved like this. But yeah, this will be a really nice miscellaneous building. You'll see a couple buildings like this here and there. They can be used for, you know, facility vehicles and other pieces to the puzzle. So yeah, definitely really happy to have this. I think it's going to be really cool. And you can see here, you can also glue on the doors or find a way to like putty them on probably. In this particular case, what I'm going to do is attempt to just kind of prong it on here. I'll work on it. I'm doing my best, but it's tough to get it on there admittingly without, you know, putting it on for good. So let me see if I can somehow get that. There you go. So I know it's not the prettiest view, but that's kind of the idea of what it's going to look like. So overall, looking really cool, and definitely glad to see all that come together. So that's really nice. So yeah. And anyway, you got the top windows here, and then 3 bays, which I think is a really good amount. You even have a little light off the edge there, which I just love these small details. Tarmac Designs kills it in those regards. You got a door here off the edge and a couple of window pieces. Here's the bottom and the back replicated there on the side. Besides the side over here, you can see the back's a little bit larger than the front. So yeah, really happy with that, and that's definitely a really cool piece right there. So that's absolutely awesome. Fortunately, I was able to get that. If I wouldn't have got that B when I did, that would have been ugly. So I'm really glad I got it when I did. The pain's fortunately going away pretty fast. So it was just that initial part, right? But man, I'm so glad I got it when I did. That would have been rough otherwise. I apologize about my very prompt reaction there to get that, but that saved a bunch of pain. So I'm glad I was able to get it when I did. But it literally, it was only on there for 3 seconds, if even that. All right, the next piece that we're gonna take a look at, I'm actually gonna bring this over to down over here because it is that impressive. So this, everybody, is the 1-200 Atlanta International Airport tower that I got for $70. You all probably saw me carrying this around as kind of like a torch almost at AI 2025, and it was really cool. Probably put it a little bit farther out there so you all can see a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, this piece is really cool. I'm very happy with how that came to fruition. I'll get that back out of the way for y'all. So yeah, we'll kind of go over some details of it from high to low, but as you can tell, it is a very cool piece and it looks really awesome. So there it is, the Atlanta Airport Tower, 1-200 scale. So starting there at the bottom, you can see the foundation, and unlike the Tulsa Tower, this has multiple levels to it. Obviously, being at the world's busiest airport, you're gonna have multiple pieces to it. So it comes all the way up, And then you got the round perimeter on the edge, and then you got multiple lights in between there. So all of it looks really cool, and it's definitely quite fascinating to see it all come together. And then you can see the actual cab itself, which is really cool, and the upwards and outward design. And obviously you have the top piece with the rounded cab. So yeah, it is really cool, and definitely very happy with how all that came together. So that's really nice. So yeah, great looking tower, and all of this came together very well. And again, you can expect intricate, detailed videos on these towers. Just obviously doing a high level overview of all of it in today's video. But nevertheless, I really hope all of you enjoyed this. It was super fun to put these towers together for you all and show you what all it looks like. So yeah, we got the Firehouse, and then we got the approach in lights, which I'm very happy with those. I think those came out really good. I'm very happy with all of it, but the lights were definitely a nice surprise at that price point. So I'm excited to put these in, and I'm all about value at my model airports. And I think getting these for $10, obviously per two, so $5 each, I thought was awesome. Now let me get my towers here. And yeah, so I really hope all of you enjoyed this. It was very fun to put this together, and I really hope all of you enjoyed seeing what all the intricate details look like. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Everybody, definitely check out Tarmac Designs and use code CMAviation for 5% off. You're not gonna regret it. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.